is up, my friends? We're all back again, ready to talk, ready to have some conversations about some movies, guys. I hope you guys are having a great day. I'm having a great day because I get to hang out and talk to y'all. My beard's going in different directions. I must have slept on it weird. But, guys, it's been a couple days, I know. I'm sorry. I wasn't feeling good, so had to recoup, you know what I mean? But anyway, today we're going to be talking about a film from 1982 called Silent Rage, starring the one and only Mr. Chuck Norris. This is directed by a guy named Michael Miller. Didn't look up what he has directed other than this. I'm sure it's been some other stuff in his filmography. But right now we're going to be talking about Michael Miller's attempt at creating an action horror thriller film. So basically, let's break it down. We got Chuck Norris. He is a sheriff slash ass kicker, right? And then we've got Ron Silver. He plays this doctor who kind of is like a mad, I don't want to say a mad scientist, but he's, you know, he's eccentric. There's a word. He's eccentric. And so then, you know, he's dealing with all these different medical procedures to reanimate, to prolong life and stuff like that. And then we have Brian Libby, who plays John Kirby. He's this killer. He has, you know, he's a sinister looking dude. He's been in a few things. Ron Silver actually was in Time Cop. Yeah, I think he was the bad guy in Time Cop. He was in Arrival, 96, not the Amy Adams one. And he was in Romancing the Stone. So, and he didn't have a big role in Romancing the Stone. He was like a guard or a merchant or something like that. But the movie overall is basically this serial killer's running amok. He's going through town, and he's killing people with axes and all this kind of stuff. Chuck Norris kicks his ass, shoots him up, and he dies. They take him to the morgue. I'm trying to remember the exact premise. I think he was just dead. They were trying to bring him back so he could stand trial, like make sure he didn't die on the table after he'd been shot up. He dies. They inject him with some reanimator type serum. He comes back to life and is, you know, goes about continuing his murderous rampage. And that's where we get Chuck Norris hunting him down, fighting, you know, roundhouse kicking in slow motion, ramping dirt bikes through windows on fire in slow motion. There's a lot of slow motion action in this film, which is, I don't know. I'm on the fence about slow motion in movies, right? There are some instances where you can use it and it makes the scene awesome, makes it absolutely incredible, right? But then you have instances where you have some slow motion, but you're like, oh my God, when is this going to end? It's like, for instance, in this film, there's a scene, I believe, where a dirt bike jumps something. And I'm like watching this dirt bike fly through the air for like 45 seconds until it lands. And I'm just like, guys, you're just putting filler in the movie because you ain't got nothing else to film, right? And that drives me crazy. I don't like that kind of slow motion where it just seems like it's filler. But overall, the acting was decent. You know, Chuck Norris, it's a 1982 hop and chop action film, right? So, I mean, we're not getting Oscar-worthy performances. We're not getting, you know, all this, like, intricate, complex dialogue bandied about between characters. We're getting Chuck Norris hunting down a serial killer, roundhouse kicking him in his face. That's the movie. But it's the 80s, and the 80s are pure gold when it comes to action flicks, right? I mean, we've got Chuck Norris, one of the biggest action stars ever. And he's just kicking ass. He's doing what he does best, right? He is kicking ass and taking names. And in this, he's, you know, he plays a sheriff. But let's face it, Chuck Norris has never been a great actor. He's known for his roundhouse kicks and his rear naked chokes. That's what he's known for. He's not known for, you know, something like Schindler's List. He's not going to give us a performance like Michael Sheen and Frost Nixon. He's not going to do any of that. He's going to be like, hey, I'm from Texas. I like to kick things. Yeah. And that's it. But this movie is pure 80s action gold. I mean, this is up there with Invasion USA, guys. This is up there with, like, we don't reload our guns. explosions that, you know, they're over the top. It's like, oh, let's throw a firecracker, and then the whole house explodes. I mean, it's just pure 80s action gold, and it was a fun watch. I had never, ever seen it before. I saw someone in a Facebook group mention it, and me, I've always been a Chuck Norris fan. Ever since Walker, Texas Ranger, sitting on the living room floor watching it with my granddad. I love Chuck Norris. And so, something I'd never seen, I jumped on it, and man, I was not disappointed. It was corny. It was, you know, I want to say silly, but it tried to take itself seriously, but that made it silly. And that's what makes it so endearing and charming. And man, okay, so I'm going to give Silent Rage 3 stars out of 5, and you can find it streaming on Tubi. And guys, definitely check this out if you want to. If you get a chance to go over to Tubi and stream this, just put you on some popcorn, crack you open a cold one, and just enjoy, guys. Just enjoy the ride. That's it for Silent Rage. That's it for me on this installment, guys. I hope you guys have a great and wonderful rest of your day. I'm going to keep making them as long as you keep watching them. God bless, peace out, and keep it sleazy. That wasn't a good thing to close out with. Love you guys.